The wasteland of Kepler 442b was the galaxy's greatest obstacle. 300 kilometers of scorched, irradiated terrain where the sun burned twice as bright and twice as hot as Earth's. Crystalline shards jutted from the ground like daggers. The temperature swung from bone-melting heat to freezing cold within hours. Winds carried caustic dust that could strip flesh from bone. Every species had tried to cross it. The ethereals sent their greatest minds, they calculated optimal paths and built theoretical shelters. They turned back after 20 kilometers, overwhelmed by the mathematics of survival. The mechanical concordance deployed reinforced units with advanced cooling systems. They made it 40 kilometers before their processors overheated despite their engineering. The crystalline hive, a species born from stone itself, managed 90 kilometers before their internal structures began fracturing from the thermal stress. The crossing, everyone agreed, would take years. Maybe decades. Certainly not by a single being, not by a single attempt, not in a single day. Then Sarah Chen showed up. She was human. 5'4". Weighed barely 54 kilograms. No advanced technology. No cooling systems. No specialized equipment beyond a water bottle and running shoes. She looked at the wasteland and said, "I'll cross it this morning. Want to watch?" The assembled delegation from 7 species stared at her. Commander Veldar of the Ethereals spoke first. "That is physically impossible. Our calculations." "Your calculations are right," Sarah interrupted. "It would take most of you years." "Me? I'm going for a run." She stretched her hamstrings. Before anyone could respond, she began jogging into the wasteland. The scientists watched in horrified fascination. Her heart rate should have spiked. Her core temperature should have risen uncontrollably. Her muscles should have seized from dehydration. Every model predicted her collapse within the first hour. But Sarah kept running. She'd grown up on Earth, a world that had shaped humanity through millions of years of predators and heat and distance. She'd run marathons since she was 16. Her body wasn't engineered, it was evolved. Inefficient systems had been ruthlessly selected against over millennia. She had capillaries that could cool her skin through evaporative sweating. Her muscle fibers could extract oxygen from the air with brutal efficiency. Her mind could push past pain because pain, for humans, was often just information, not a reason to stop. At kilometer 92, where the crystalline hive's greatest warrior had broken down, Sarah didn't even slow her pace. She hummed an old Earth song and kept going. The delegation watched on monitors, utterly baffled. Every reading suggested she should be dead. The heat exposure alone should have killed her. The radiation should have given her acute sickness syndrome. The dehydration should have caused organ failure. Instead, she was maintaining a steady 4.5 minute per kilometer pace. At the 200-kilometer mark, Sarah's heart rate actually dropped slightly as her body had fully adapted to the extreme conditions. She wasn't fighting the environment anymore, she'd synchronized with it. Her breathing was rhythmic. Her sweat rate had optimized. She wasn't just surviving, she was thriving. She crossed the wasteland's edge at 6:47 a.m., local time. Total time, 3 hours and 42 minutes. Sarah didn't collapse. She didn't need medical attention. She sat down in the shade of a rock outcropping, drank some water, and waited for the delegation's transport ship to catch up. When it finally arrived, she was meditating. "How?" asked Dr. Kexlease of the mechanical concordance, its optical sensors flashing in confusion. "I ran," Sarah said simply. "You were all trying to survive the wasteland. I was just running through it." Different mindset. Commander Veldar ran her biometric data again. "This defies every law of physiology we understand." "No, it doesn't," Sarah replied. "You're just not familiar with human physiology. We evolved to run. Long distances. In heat. We were persistence hunters, we'd chase prey for hours until they collapsed from exhaustion while we just kept moving. That's literally what we're built for. The crystalline hive's representative, still recovering from its own failed attempt, asked quietly, "You could do this again? Cross the wasteland again?" Sarah smiled. "Yeah, I could. Honestly, I'm thinking I might do another run after breakfast." The endorphin rush was pretty great. It took most species years to cross the wasteland. Sarah Chen ran it twice before breakfast and wanted to go again after eating. The galaxy learned a crucial lesson that day: don't measure humanity by the standards of other species. Measure them by what they were built to do. And what humans were built to do was keep moving when everything said they should stop. In the end, that simple ability, persistence, endurance, the refusal to quit, was more valuable than all the advanced technology in the universe. Kindly like and subscribe channel. Thank you.